So I just finished animating the music video for Circumstances, the God of Life. And what you're about to see now is a bunch of clips from various dates throughout the whole process of doing it. So enjoy.
So I'm thinking when it's go to see here, it's the you, and then the that's when it really starts to morph, and then it really starts to morph here, where you see yourself in the next fire. So what if I tell you, hang on, so that stops at the oh here, and then I'm thinking what it cuts here, so oh, what if I tell you that the answer I give is not the one you're wanting to hear? And yeah, at some point near the end there, the tail sprouts up.
So here's a quick tour. So this is basically where all the stuff happens. It's like a homemade studio, except it's the basement bathroom. So this is the animation table, so to speak. And it's got this white towel draped over it to contrast with all the silhouettes. And this is the pile here where I keep all the props and stuff. There are two bags here. One is the small props bag. The other is the character bag. And this is just a pile of large props that I don't really keep in the bag. And this flashlight right here is the light source. And one cool thing about this is I can do this. Yep, this cool red light.
Now this is the GarageBand file for the song, and as you can see, like I did say, I just sort of did guitar tracks on like separate takes, because I'm not that talented. And there's multiple tracks there, and like there's some MIDI tracks for drums and bass. Again, I'm not that talented, and you can see there's a drummer track there where it just sort of, prepares drum patterns for you, and I just decided to just sort of use that as kind of a basis for arranging drums here, the MIDI track there. And this track right here is my vocals. Oh yeah, this is also a vocal track.
So I just finished doing a shot, getting the frames for my shot. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to fix up the aspect ratio, because unfortunately sometimes it messes up the aspect ratio while I'm taking pictures, but I can just do this. And if anyone else doesn't know this yet, this is also a neat trick because it makes things a lot easier. So now I can just select all these, select all these, select all of them. All of them are going to get selected. And then I paste my edits. And just like that. Like I said, this is a very neat trick. If anyone else doesn't know about this one yet, because I didn't know about this one, it makes things a lot quicker. Makes things go a lot quicker. It does take a little while though, but hey, it's worth it, honestly, in my opinion. This is the app where I actually make it into motion. So I select all the frames that I took. And I wait. Yeah. Again, this can take a little while waiting for it. But again, I especially do it because I do think this is a very neat app. Because you'll see this, I'm not sponsored or anything. I mean, this app is just free anyway. Again, I'm not sponsored. I'm just saying my experience from this app. It's almost done. So, as you can see, there it is. And I can just use this little slider. And now it's 12 FPS. And it's moving. So now I'm going to export, save it to my photo library. And just like that. Now I go into iMovie and I place it there. So I place it in iMovie, and here it is right here. Like everything else. Clipped along with everything else. Yeah, the cool thing about this is that, because the shot is too long here, so I can just easily snip it like that.
And yeah, just like that. And this is also what I mean when I say that, you know, pasting edits is worth it, because it would take a lot longer if you were just manually cropping all of them and then only to find out, oh, I gotta remove these frames. It's probably ideal to just straight up like be more precise so that you don't have to waste frames anyway. But I will say that, you know, that does at least like, and plus, like, you know, if I was just drawing it straight up, then yeah, that would be more of a waste because drawing frames typically takes a lot more time. But since it's cut out, it's not really as much of a waste. So this right here is what I use to like try and keep track of, oh, how many frames is this shot gonna be? How many frames is that shot gonna be, etc. And basically this kind of helps me, like, you know, get timing stuff down. And I'm not gonna actually play it in motion, since as you can see, it would be pretty flashy. Not on the level of some like electric soldier Porygon, but still. Okay, so like for this shot, for example, let's see, okay, yeah, so this shot I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 8, and for this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, and then once I count up, I just go to my Notes app and I just put it there, how many frames a certain shot is. And then what I do is, I also do this. Hang on, let me go. Okay, so 8 frames. Yeah, so I do this next. And like basically like, this is like how many shots, like the frame count per shot. Like one shot is 8 frames, one shot is 12 frames. And then I just do this where it's like adding up cumulative. So like this shot I do 8 frames, and after that I do 12 more frames, which gets me to 20 shots total. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes, and I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. Okay, so I currently have Shotcut open on my laptop. Now, most of the editing I just do on iMovie because most of the edits are just very simple edits, which iMovie does the job just fine. And plus, iMovie is on my phone, and since most of the animation process is done on my phone, well, the entirety of the animation process basically is done on my phone, that makes things very convenient. But I have Shotcut open for some very particular edits because iMovie is more limited on what you can do. So one thing I did, this is basically the main reason why I opened Shotcut, is you can see right here, I already added invert colors around the time that the hand flicks the light switch to get that effect. And to further get more of a vibe that I kind of want, I just added some color grading, and I just used these little sliders here to sort of adjust that, as you can see. Now, another thing I want to do while I have Shotcut open is adjust the brightness at certain parts so that the lighting looks a bit more consistent throughout. So, for example, here, the lighting is, like, here especially, it's very noticeable how inconsistent the lighting is. So, for example, I'll just, let's see, I'll go around here. So, now what I'm going to do is press this and go to brightness and just turn this up so that it's a bit brighter. And of course, I'll check along the way how it looks. Okay, it's still a bit inconsistent. So around here, once again, I need to make that lighting more consistent. And since I split it, I already kind of have that setting there too. So for that particular clip, I'll just turn up the brightness here. Okay, just turn it up. And yeah, let me go back. Oh, I see what the problem is. Yeah, I kind of goofed here. I can just remove this. There we go. We don't need brightness on that, because the point is so that this matches this. Which, as you can see, I think I could... Well, let me take a look, actually. A bit more, I probably do. Maybe... Okay, maybe this works. Let's see that. Yeah, that's much better. As you can... I'll play it as one. As you can see, the lighting just looks a bit more consistent compared to before. So that's another thing I wanted to do while I had this open.
Wonder why they aren't seeing any signs? Probably because not only did you turn off the lights, you broke them with your big ass fucking fingers! Fix that fucking light switch, you fucking idiots! Yeah, I was originally like going to get rid of the red light earlier, but honestly, I think I'll just keep it for, I think I will keep it, like, until he gets the cage, and once he gets the cage, that's when the red light will go away. Because, I mean, yeah, you stop destroying shit, but things are still tense because the authority figure is now angry at him for destroying shit. And now she's going all flick mode, because now he's basically just another problem. And what do you do with problems? You flick them away. Because that's the answer to everything. Flick it away. This is the... Okay, so... Turn it around. It's probably... what am I talking about anymore? Let's find the neck. Well, just any pieces in general I'm gonna find. Is the lower body. There's the neck. And he's gonna have his arms like spread out because he's like, oh my god, what is happening? That's what he's doing. He's shocked. Of the song. Move my light. There we go. Turn this, turn off flash. Because I'm turning off night mode and flash. Night mode because it makes the lighting look inconsistent. And flash because it makes things a lot slower. It's also a good reason why I use a traditional flashlight as a light source as opposed to the phone light when doing this. So, roughly 40 frames. 1. And he's gonna bend down slightly. So, okay, I think that's a good frame 2. I'm gonna get it more in the shot, the legs here actually. And the torso starts to bend down a little bit. And I'm gonna move the neck a bit. And move the arms slightly. Not too much though, otherwise it'll look too janky. So 3, and yep, it really starts to move. Okay, and messing up the arm. Okay, well I mean, granted, it's not really a big deal if it looks janky. That's literally the reason why I decided to go with cutout like this as opposed to armatures, because that was basically my intention, for it to look a lot janky whenever it moves, because it's kind of chaotic. This part will probably look pretty janky because I messed up quite a bit. Like I said, oh fuck. Yeah, like I said, that's why I decided to go with cutouts. Because hey, the chaos speaks for, like, the chaos comes on its own. And that's the fun of it. 4, I believe. That was 4. So now he's going to start to come up. He's going to start to come up. 5 comes up more. 6, 7, 8, 38. 39. 40.
Oh dear, oh me, whoopsies! Looks like I fucked up your fingers! What are you gonna do, sue me? You don't even exist!